So this is the scarf that we're working on, that lace cable. So we're going to start with the first row of the scarf. Normally, so the first stitch is a knit stitch. Normally you would knit through the front of the stitch like that, but this is called the edge stitch. So what you do is you would knit through the back of the stitch, and that just prevents it from being loopy and loose at the edge. So it gives you a nice edge finish like that. So we're going to knit through the back of the loop like that. Grab your yarn. And you're going to knit that stitch. You're going to yarn over. Bring your yarn forward. You're going to slip the next stitch without knitting it, but you're slipping as if you were to knit, and you're going to knit the next stitch. You're going to put your left hand needle, pick up the stitch that you just slipped, and slide it over the stitch that you just knitted. It's called pass, slip, stitch over, PSSO, as the pattern indicated. You're going to bring the yarn forward and purl the next stitch. And you're going to bring the yarn backwards, and you're going to knit one, purl one 3 times. So you would knit as normal, not through the back of the loop, but just normal knit stitches. Knit 1, yarn forward, purl 1, yarn back, knit 1, bring the yarn forward to purl, purl 1, bring the yarn back to knit, knit 1, bring the yarn forward, and purl 1. You're going to purl the next stitch, and leaving the yarn in the front, you will slip the next stitch as if to knit, but you're not going to knit it. You're going to knit the next stitch using the left hand needle, put it through the slip stitch, and just pass it over. You're going to bring the yarn forward, purl the next stitch, bring the yarn back, knit 1, purl 1 3 times. So knit 1, yarn forward, purl 1, yarn to the back, knit 1, yarn to the front, purl 1, yarn to the back, knit 1, yarn to the front, purl 1. You're going to purl the next stitch and bring the yarn to the back. You're going to, oh pardon me, you don't do that. You're going to keep the yarn in the front, slip the next stitch, knit the next stitch. You're going to slip the slip stitch over, yarn forward, you're going to purl the next stitch, and you're going to knit 1, purl 1 3 times. So you bring the yarn to the back, knit 1, yarn to the front, purl 1, yarn to the back, knit 1, yarn to the front, purl 1, yarn to the back, knit 1, yarn to the front, purl 1. You're going to purl the next stitch, keeping the yarn in the front. You're going to slip the next stitch and knit the next stitch. Again, pass the slip stitch over. The last stitch, you're going to do an edge stitch again. So you, instead of knitting through the front, you're going to knit through the back of the loop. You're going to slide it off. That's your first row.